What up guys, it's Justice here, episode number 5 of my Summoning Sunday series. Welcome everybody who hasn't watched my previous videos. I'm just going to go over basically and recap how the series has gone and my progress in my different skills whilst I do some charm collecting. And as you can see, I've got a different outfit this week, and I'm not going to mage the Dagganoths. I've actually been ranging them recently. As you can see here, I think on my last video I had that tracked last time from Water Finds at around 195k experience gains for range, and now it's at 1.6 million, and I haven't really been doing it that much. So obviously Dagganoths is a very nice AFK-able method of range training. Now if I'm going to compare quickly just before I get into my video and recap on my previous episodes, for range training, obviously I wouldn't recommend going Dagganoths because the cost is going to be a lot higher with your cannon and cannonballs, and also purchasing the chins and AFKing it with momentum. Obviously it's probably more efficient in terms of training at Water Finds, where I think it tracks around 360k experience per hour there. So like I said, if you haven't watched that video, definitely go and check that out. A few miscellaneous things did happen, such as a dragon, fire breathing dragon actually attacking me randomly. Well, it was actually my noob ranging skills of using ricochet without realizing, but that was quite funny. But if you haven't checked that video out, definitely check the previous video to this one. But to actually just recap how my progress has been on this series and the levels I've actually gained so far. Okay, so obviously I started this series with around pretty much 0 Crimson Charms. I now have 6,000 Crimson Charms banked, and now as you can see here, I'm just at Dagganoths. Just started my trip for about an hour and a half. I think I'll stay here. I've got around another probably 2 hours worth of being here until I've got enough charms for 99 summoning, so that's going to be absolutely awesome. Basically I'm going to get normal charm collecting at the moment. I've not got triple charms active at the moment. Instead I'm just going to do 1 more hour of normal charms and then wait until Wednesday when I can do familiarization again, where you get a triple charm reward for 40 minutes. So I'll be doing that. That's going to be really good, and once I get all those charms which I need, I will start to obviously make the pouches. I think I'll probably start making pouches today or tomorrow as well. I might have some of that footage in this video. Now another skill which I started to train whilst doing this series was smithing. And the reason for that is because after divination I wanted another AFK-able skill which I could train really, you know, whilst I was editing my videos and things like that. And I always wondered about smithing in terms of the Artisan's Workshop and how to get the Royal Cannon. So just to recap, obviously I made an episode on Artisan's Workshop where I tracked all my experience gains in order to get 1.5 million experience to get 150% respect in total to purchase or upgrade my normal cannon to the Royal Cannon, which you can see here. Now the Royal Cannon is so good. Obviously you can have 90 cannonballs in there. You can AFK a lot more at the Dagganoths and not need to click much. Now I've got some extra progress in this video which was some advice from you guys when you commented in terms of different items to have in my inventory, which I'll go into as well in a second. But as you can see, my smithing level is now 28k experience off 99 smithing, guys, and you know, that's just absolutely awesome. And it's you guys actually encouraged me to do this as well, because I love getting progress tracked just to show you guys as well. It's really exciting just to make a video like this and be so close to another level 99 skill. Now even more exciting part is that I'm 28k off that. I will soon be getting 99 summoning, and I will also soon be getting 99 range. Why is that? Because look at that bonus XP, 1.375 million bonus experience in range. Now where's that from? That's from Hati Skoll, the new basically D&D game which you can participate in over a set amount period of time. It's a yearly event which I'll probably show some footage of me at over this clip as well. And basically, you know, the experience which you can gain from it is absolutely fantastic. I'll show you later in terms of me gaining all of the experience which you can possibly get. But because I had, I don't know whether you can have it twice or once, I'm not sure, but I had pause from last year, so I was able to gain 700k or pretty much 700k range experience from last year automatically because I already had that banked. And then basically I just teleported to the Fremenic Lodestone and noticed Hati was there, and a random person was killing it, so I thought, hey, I'm going to join in. Ended up getting the spear, which I've got in my inventory now, and I also ended up getting the Hati paws. So again, I gained another 600 to 700k range experience, and boom, look at that, 1.3 mil bonus. So I'm excited about that. I reckon I'm going to easily be able to get 99 range now in the time, potentially, it's not that far now. I'm probably going to get 99 range as well within the next 2 weeks as well, so that's going to be really awesome. So it's 3 99s there, plus divination, which I recently got. So that's some huge progress right there, which I'm really excited about. Now, as you can see in my inventory, I've got the Bone Crusher, and I've also got the Demon Horn Necklace with a prayer bonus of 5. So you may ask, why have I got those? Well, many of you will know. And basically it's because you can AFK more here. So if you see, I never drink a prayer pot because my prayer points are constantly charging. Now why? Because the Bone Crusher, as many of you have commented before in my previous videos, the Bone Crusher will, once you kill a Dagganoth, it will automatically bury those bones. Now also, when you bury the bones and you wear this Demon Horn Necklace, it transforms those bones into prayer points and charges up your prayer, guys. So that's a really neat thing to have in your inventory whilst you're AFKing at Dagganoths for charm collecting. But not just that, also when you're training Slayer, it comes in extremely handy at certain bosses. I'm not much of a Slayer trainer myself at the moment. I used to be a few years ago, but obviously that comes in very handy there. Now, I didn't actually do any dungeoneering to get those tokens, and you might ask, well, okay, I did do dungeoneering, but not proactively to get new points. No, instead I actually exchanged my chaotic rapiers and basically destroyed them. Now when you destroy them, you get 50% back tokens from that. So my main hand chaotic rapier, I got 100k tokens from that, and the offhand rapier I got 50k. So that totaled to 150k dungeoneering tokens, which I recovered essentially, and I've spent a few of that on the Bone Crusher and the Demon Horn Necklace. Now together approximately it's around 600k dungeoneering experience, so 60k tokens approximately to get both of them. It isn't too expensive, or maybe 70k dungeoneering tokens to get both, so it shouldn't take that long if you haven't got them already to actually go for that. Now I destroyed my chaotic rapiers because, to be honest guys, when you're a high combat player and you've got the money to buy Drygors, they're pretty much irrelevant rapiers, except for maybe if I was doing a low tier challenge, maybe, I don't know, for a video, or if I was going to prove that you can use lower end gear, so level 80 gear at a boss, I'm not sure, but in the future I could always get them back if I need to do that. So that's why I've got rid of them, guys, because I've got Drygors and they're really useless. So it's a really good attribute that Jagex now, have allowed you to destroy them, and you can recover your tokens to spend on more useful things which actually link to your playstyle or link to your level at the current time. Now, the very first episode, my most popular episode in terms of views for the Summoning Sundays series, was around the Steel Titan buff. Now, I can't wait to actually get 99 summoning, sorry. I'm very close now, and I'm going to actually trial out the Steel Titan for you guys and actually compare it and really see, how have they buffed it, how effective is it now at certain bosses. You will see, my friend, if you watch the Armadillo God Wars Dungeon hard mode vid, which is all about fun social PvM with my friends and live commentary, if you've seen that video on my channel, which I uploaded around 3 or 4 days ago, then you would have noticed my mate No Kick 47 actually used the Steel Titan, and it was absolutely obliterating Armadillo on hard mode. It really was. It was hitting 3 to 4Ks in total, like within the space of 2 seconds. It was absolutely amazing. So I'm looking forward to actually being able to trial out the Steel Titan. And yeah, finally, basically, I just made a Summoning Sundays video where I was using Void instead of Virtus when I was maging here, and I did feel a bit of a difference. Well, I think I was using Virtus instead of Void. Either way, I think basically my conclusion, which I came across there, was that Void, to be honest, as a whole, is probably better here when you're maging, which is what I noticed. It just is. And, if you go Virag or whatever and use Void, you're going to give more damage, but at a massive cost in terms of defense, life points, and armor rating. So yeah, basically those are my summoning series past videos wrapped up and recapped with, and a bit of updated progress in terms of the different items which I'm now using in my inventory to make this more efficient and AFKable, and also going through how now you can actually decently do have a range gear setup. So I'll go through basically my setup, which I'm using here actually. So I'm not using a Robin Hood hat, which is actually level 40 gear I think now. That's just Dragon Keepsaked. So if you don't know what that is, basically you can purchase with rune coins or loyalty points a Dragon Keepsake from the Solomon store, and basically this Dragon's Keepsake will allow you to make an item cosmetic, and it will go into your wardrobe, and then you can right click and activate that to equipped over one of your items in your equipment slot. So as you can see, I'm wearing Armadillo. Now the reason for that is just to show lower levels out there that, you know, it isn't really required to wear Pernix here. Also, another reason why I'm wearing Armadillo is because it doesn't degrade. Now, as you know, Bandos, Armadillo, etc., it doesn't degrade. So when you're here for hours on end, let's say you're going to AFK at Dagganoths, you don't really want, to be honest, Pernix, unless of course you're extremely rich. You know, you don't really want Pernix or armors which can degrade, so that's why I'm wearing Armadillo. It comes in quite handy, and it does have a nice little damage bonus, to be honest, for Power Army. Now, I also have the Red Chin Chomper. Now, I don't know if you guys obviously remember back in the day before EOC was launched, the Red Chin Chompers, they were the way to train range. They were the way to train range. You used to go to the zombies, the skeleton zombies, at Apatol. Now, I never really did that because it used to be quite expensive to do, and I never really bothered with range. I've never been much of a ranger, but I thought, you know, what the hell, you know, I've got all 99s and all the combat stats, so I might as well max out in terms of combat stats with range. But yeah, I remember when I used to do the Chin Chompers, and that used to be a big craze in terms of training range. It used to be around 400 to 600k, I think, range experience per hour. It was so overpowered, but now it does still come in handy here at the Dagganoths. Now, another way to do this is by having a Virtus book as your offhand, or even an Aaron's book if you can't afford one of these. I think a Virtus book at the moment is around 50 mil. Obviously, an Aaron's book is around 10, I think, so it's a lot cheaper, maybe even less than 10 mil now. But that comes in very handy to have Ancient's Magic on with Rock Burst, or if you're a bit richer, then you can use Rock Barrage. Now, I am rich enough to use Rock Barrage, but to be honest, I'm not interested. You know, I'm more of a cost saver than a money waster, really. Even though I obviously did artisans, but that's another story. I obviously weighed out the benefits. If you watch that video, I do weigh out the benefits in terms of cost via the benefit. But if you go into the Rock Burst, it's really handy to have this as an offhand spell because, you know, it actually Ancient Magics, when you've got it on momentum and autocast, it can go across more Dagganoths. So I've saw some people here use Air Surge and things like that, but to be honest, it's definitely more efficient to use Ancients because the spell can actually go across. It's an area spell, so it can go across multiple Dagganoths at the same time, similar to Chins. So that makes it more effective and definitely speeds up the charm collecting per hour here. Now, yes, it probably definitely would be better if I had an Archer ring here rather than a Sears ring, but at the end of the day, I had a Sears ring in my bank, and I really, for some reason, couldn't be bothered buying an Archer's ring. So that's just me again, all over, to be honest. I'm a bit of a cheapskate like that. So I've got a Sears ring in there, you know, for the offhand book spell, which seems to be working alright for me, to be honest. I've got Barrow's gloves at the moment because if you guys have got any advice on other gloves I could use, I probably could have bought some range gloves, but I didn't really want it to be detrimental to my offhand weapon, to be honest, even though I am wearing full range gear. I probably should have just bought some range gloves to wear with that. And then obviously I've got Greater Revenants, which I need to activate. Thanks for reminding myself, Paul. Well done. So I need to use Revenants, which obviously slows down your prayer drain. And I've got Ragefire boots because they're my favourite boots to wear in terms of defense against anything. You know, I know it's probably better to wear Steadfast here because of the range defense, but the Ragefires do help with the Dagganoths on close quarters with the melee. So that's why I'm wearing those. Okay, so firstly what I'm going to have to explain is my microphone. My voice will sound very different now, and that's because I don't know why my microphone has just stopped working randomly, and I really need to get this video out to you guys today, as it is Sunday. I really hope I do. It might be Monday now, God knows, but yeah, basically the sound's going to be a bit different for this middle part of the video at least, but as you can see in the background footage, I've been making some pouches now for the past like 10, 15, 20 minutes, and basically I've probably done around 2 or 3 hours in total today. This is just a bit of footage from that, where I've been making pack yaks. So I've probably spent around 40-50 mil, about 40 mil I'd say, on buying all the ingredients and stuff to make the pack pouches, about 1.2 million spirit shards, things like that. And now I'm just power running basically through and just making as many pouches as I can today. I'll probably chill out and watch some TV after I make this video and do a few more pouches. At the moment I'm just doing some fire making with a few people in the GE. But yeah, basically I used up all my blue charms on Geyser Titans, and now I'm just making some pack yaks. I reckon I'll be reaching 99 summoning very soon, midweek probably, as well as smithing and range. I'm also thinking about doing something with you guys around that, but I'm not sure yet. Okay, so after about an hour here with this setup, I got around 365 Crimson Charms, which is really not too bad, and some decent range experience. Okay, now onto my better might. Okay, so I decided to head off to Hati and Skoll, and as you can see there, I am very close to achieving 85 woodcutting as well. And I killed Skoll and got the Skoll boots and put that towards agility, so now my bonus experience in total due to other bonus experiences is 587,000 experience. That's going to be absolutely awesome when I go training agility, and it'll make it much easier. It won't seem as slow and tedious. Okay guys, so if you haven't done Hati or Skoll yet, definitely recommend you guys to head down there straight away. It's at the Fremenic. Just to go to the Fremenic lodestone and then just run all the way west to the far side until you can't go any further. And as you can see now, I'm just killing Skoll with quite a few other people. Probably the best world to go at the moment is probably World 2, because all the other worlds are really quiet in the daytime. If you go in at night, I'm sure it won't matter. So obviously you have to have 120 logs onto the pile of the bonfire, and then that will spawn Skoll, and basically then you've just got to team up against Skoll. I can imagine if it's only one or two of you, it's going to take a very long time and be quite hard, so obviously take food if you're just doing it with a couple of mates. But if you go to World 2 and you're with a bunch of people, it's quite easy to kill. And as you can see here, I got another spear, and now what you need is the helmet and the spear to actually gain either divination or prayer experience. So I decided to trade the spear because I already had two of those with somebody's helmet. So thank you Rarasta for actually doing that for me. Thank you, mate. Probably not going to see this video, but still. So I got the helmet for that, and I headed down to the golden tree, guys, the golden apple tree, and that's where you need to go to talk to Eir, or E-I-R, I can't even pronounce that name, but you need to talk to her, and she will basically thank you for giving her helmet and spear back, and she will give you the reward of either divination or prayer experience. Now for me, I obviously put it on prayer because I've got 99 divination, as you guys are well aware of when you went to my events. So I put it on my prayer, and that will help me go towards 99 if I ever actually go for that, which I probably will at some point. And I have heard prayer is very expensive nowadays due to the nuke, the bot nuke, which happened a few months ago. So oh nice, look at this guy coming in now. He's got an untrimmed divination cape there, so I don't see that often. But yeah, I'm going to wrap this video up here, guys. Sorry again, I do apologise for the sound distortion. I'm going to have to buy a new headset. I hope I get that basically bought soon. Also about to hit 85 woodcutting. There's an extra level for you, woohoo! And I'll see you guys in the next video. Again, I like putting these out on Sundays just so you can chill out and listen to it on Sunday night or Monday morning for a good start to the week. So have a good week, guys. Take care. See you later. Bye.